Hi guys, Ryu here, and I want to talk to you about transform orientations. Now, global orientation is the most basic one, which is Z, Y, and X. Local orientation, the next one, is an orientation of an object that's been rotated. So that would be local orientation. The Z-axis shifted to the right because the object was rotated. So you can access local orientation from global orientation by simply pressing Z twice. So G, Z, Z, or XX and YY, right? So G, Z, that's global, another Z, that's local. Now, normal orientation is basic orientation that aligns to the orientation of the normals of faces. So if I switch it on, you can see these lines, right? That's the normal orientation. So each of these faces is gonna have a different orientation, right, according to these normals. So if I move this face on a normal orientation, that's gonna be kind of similar to local in this case. Okay, next one, gimbal. I'll be honest with you, I never use gimbal orientation. It's basically a free rotation. So if you want to free rotate your object without any constraints onto an axis, you just simply press R twice and you can do whatever you want with it now. It's a free rotation, okay? Now, view rotation, it's actually aligning to your view. So however you adjust your camera, okay, the view, right, you will be rotating according to view. It's a little bit confusing, and you need to sort of play with it to understand how it works. I never use view orientation in my workflow. I just find it too annoying, to be honest. But it's there if you need it. And cursor orientation, well, if you look at the cursor, right, the cursor has like kind of like lines, like a cross inside, right? So now, depending on the orientation of these lines, you see, that's how the transformation orientation is going to work. So again, depending how those lines are positioned, right, the lines of the cursor, you see, it's very difficult to see because if you zoom, it doesn't work really. So the black lines here, that's the cursor orientation. So you see, it's going to move along these lines, okay, of this crosshair. And that's cursor orientation. And to be honest, I don't use it either. Orientation I do use a lot is a custom orientation, and that one is actually quite hidden. So if you rotate an object and apply a rotation of this object, right, the rotation of this object will reset. And what I mean by that is that if you go to item info, the rotation was reset to 0 degrees. So this object global and local orientation are the same. You see, if I press Z twice, it doesn't do anything, okay? However, if you would like to move this object along, one of these faces, you might want to go here and click on that plus. And that will allow you to use a custom orientation and create sort of like a quasi-local orientation for this object, because now it will move along this face orientation. So it's like a normal orientation, but for the entire object, okay? So that's the custom orientation. And if you press Z once more, gonna reset to global. So global and custom. And that covers transformation orientation in Blender. Thanks for watching.